Welcome to ETBS, the weekly podcast, episode number 3. And today we're going to talk about actually what's the difference between sole proprietorship, independent contractors, and a little bit about taxes. The purpose of this podcast is to help entrepreneurs to become successful and avoid tax headaches. I am your host, Liz Soria, and I specialize in tax advisory and business coaching. Let's get started. Okay, so I get a lot from clients, um, a question which is very valid, and they always ask me, what is the difference between a sole proprietor and a an independent contractor? And I kind of understand the difference there, and I think that's why I felt that it was important to record this podcast for just to clarify what both really mean when it comes to taxation, right? So, what is a sole proprietor? Well, a sole proprietor is one person business that has not registered with the state as a business entity, such as a corporation, partnership, or LLC. So, in other words, a sole proprietor is the default business type for income tax purposes. Okay, so if you start a business and you count the business expenses and income separately from your personal expenses, right, and income, you do nothing to register with your business with your state, you are considered a sole proprietor. All right, also means that you have no legal protection. Okay, that is why a lot of sole proprietors start with their own Social Security, and that's how they pay the taxes when it goes into the 1040 or the 1040A. And then normally they will go ahead and pay off whatever was remaining out of the gross minus the deductions, right? And then that will be taxable. Okay. Now, for sole proprietorship and independent contractors, both of you pay the same. That's called self employment tax. And usually that is a combination of what we call FICA, which is a breakdown of Social Security and Medicare. Combine both, you're looking at about 15.3%. That's right, 15.3%. Plus, you also need to pay on your federal tax bracket. So, depending if you're between 10% all the way to 39.6, which is the highest tax bracket as of this year in 2016, things could quite change as we have a new president, right, Trump, in power. He has proposed to actually, break down that tablet into a three category, meaning that instead of being six different tax tables, there's going to be only three. Um, and in my own personal opinion as a tax professional and advisor, I can say that I think that the people on the top are going to really benefit, and I see that the people on the bottom, which is the majority of Americans, are going to suffer to pay more taxes. But yet it's not solid. Obviously, that has to be approved by Congress. And until that doesn't happen, hopefully we're going to stay with the same, table that we've been using for the last couple of years. So I like to conclude also with the difference with independent contractors. So contractors is someone who's working for someone else. Okay, so you're not really working for you, you're working for someone else, but who is not an employee. Therefore, you receive what we call a 1099 miscellaneous at the end of the year, right? Right before January 31st, the regulations state that every company has to provide those 1099 miscellaneous to their independent contractors. If they're not, they're at default, and that's not a good thing. So instead of you getting a W-2, consider an employee where your employer pays half of your Social Security and Medicare, what I discussed a little bit earlier, which is called a FICA. In this case, you're paying for the full. Okay, so that is the difference. I hope that once again, my podcast has helped clarify some of the doubts that like I say, I get a lot from new prospect clients and even current clients that I have, and And we will continue these podcasts. They're going to be short, usually about 5 minutes or so. And if you need any assistance or you need some tax planning or business coachings, then by all means, you can reach out and contact me, and I'd be more than happy to try give you a good blueprint to help you succeed in your business, and definitely, like I said, avoid any kind of issues that can be prevented, because many problems can be prevented if you have the right um, counseling and support from a tax professional and tax advisor like I am. Once again, this is Liz Surya with ETVS, and I can definitely be reached at directly at 954-788-2870. Thank you so much, and until next time. Bye bye.